AskReddit by Confucius said bro 1. People who shove their school papers in their backpack with no binder folder etc. Where are you now? Wildland firefighter. Don't really have to put any papers in my bag anymore. Though I do subscribe to the stuff your tent in the bag strategy over folding it. Last one out fills a shitter hole. Lost in a sea of overwhelming guilt for my lost exam papers from 6 years ago. Thanks for the A, Professor. Shoving papers in my laptop bag, tool bag, desk drawer. Snacks in there underneath those papers. I run a program that helps pay for low income people to be screened for cancer. My desk looks like a fucking disaster, but I know where everything is. In that single big pile over there? I'm a doctor, so now I just shove them in my white coat instead. Same. I wear the man fit lab coat even though I'm a woman because evil core decided women's fitted lab coats had to have smaller pockets. I'm working on a sweet potato farm. Like, a potato farm that has a sick setup, or like, a farm wherein you grow relatives to yams? Decent office job. I no longer shove my papers into a backpack. That's what my desk drawers are for. I prefer the important bin. I skip the backpack and trash everything I don't need immediately. Still looking for my homework from 5th grade. I stopped looking for my homework after the teacher turned her back. I knew I didn't do it. I was just trying to milk a little pity out of the situation. Still trying to get my shit together. But this time in a more professional environment. Get your shit, put it in a backpack, so it's together. Now I'm a teacher who shoves his papers in his bag with no binder folder. I always buy these nice binders which I carefully organize with different colors at the beginning of each school year. By the end of September I'm back to the good old-fashioned chaos. Edit. For those giving advice on organizing, my own system is rather efficient imo. I get home and then just put all the loose papers into different piles on my desk. Basically 2 piles. Correct this shit and shit has been corrected. I go over the piles in the weekend until only shit has been corrected remains. Same, except not a teacher. I am a living illustration of entropy equals. An engineer. Still shoving my papers into a backpack. Same. An engineer. My desk is also cluttered with loose papers and pens. I'm living with a very organized woman and it's a pretty middle class suburban life. I got through school fine. My life changed when I got diagnosed with ADHD as an adult and started taking meds. It slipped under the radar BC my performance was high. I'm making an appointment for testing next month when I get my new insurance. Girls frequently get missies because they are less hyperactive and more daydreamy. I just read this book delivered from distraction and had to get a highlighter for everything that pertained to me. I lost the highlighter 3 different times, so there are multiple colors. I switched to pen. I actually haven't finished it. I'm better at reading fiction. I did well in high school but not so much in college. We'll see. If you even slightly suspect ADHD, go read that book. I am a web programmer. It's funny because my code tends to be very clean and well documented. My files are always very organized, too. Digital organization is really easy for me, but as soon as paper is involved everything goes to hell. Same. When I played Fallout 4, I had this elaborate organization system for my resources that I spent hours maintaining and fully enjoying every second. I hate organizing physical objects so much. If I could do it via Pip-Boy, I'd be the next Marie Kondo. A guy in my high school did this. He now has a PhD in astrophysics. Deleted. I'm recovering from addiction to meth and alcohol. 1 year clean, woohoo. Congrats. I won WIT. Deleted. Deleted. I'm living on my own in a nice apartment, still shoving anything I want into whatever I want. I toast bread 3 slices to a slot. I park my motorcycle on the line between cars in the parking lot. I eat clementines whole and spit out the peel bit by bit. My computer desktop is packed with icons on the smallest size possible. I flush my toilet once a week. I listen to 2 podcasts at once, both at 2x speed. My closet is a pile of clothes roughly organized from big to small. This comment was a wild ride. Not great, my dude, not great. Great, now I am extra worried for my 16-yo. I buy binders and folders for him every year. Director at a company of a highly regulated industry. An extra fuck you to Megan Rice, my 8th grade science teacher, who said I wouldn't amount to anything. Trucking? The army. Still shoving things in my backpack, only now it's a camouflage backpack. Did you laugh at the guys who tried to roll their sleeping bags in BCT while you happily stuffed it into the stuff sack? Artist. Disorganized, but doing it full time. On medication for ADHD, currently in college with my notes nice and organized. A very disorganized grad student. A copywriter, still doing this out of spite. Who's in prison now, Mr. Kennedy? You dinosaur. You have stories to tell. Faculty of Medicine. How's your handwriting? Engineering student, and I still shove papers in my backpack and use them in a bonfire once the semester is over. Justin, for your information, you might want to save some books. I wish I had. I filled my backpack pretty quickly, so I used to walk around school with 2 shopping bags full of miscellaneous unsorted papers. I'm pretty successful and working in research now. I haven't used paper accords for work in years. I still shove all of my important papers into a big plastic box, so I have to dig through the mess every year when I do my taxes. When the box gets full, I shove it in the closet and buy a new box. Lol, now that's pretty nutty. I like it. Anyone else folded a stack of papers and kept it in the pants pocket? 2x college dropout and single parent. I guess you can say I never learned to put a protective cover on things before shoving places. Software engineer. I think this is the first time I've ever seen an admin post with their flair in a thread that wasn't specifically related to Reddit itself. Medical doctor. Don't shove papers inside the patients. Doing coke off a hooker's ass. This thread is more inspirational than I would have thought. Working in it, and I have folders upon folders filled with unnamed Excel files. Book 1, Book 2, Book 3, yup. Phone, no case. This comment gives me anxiety. I'm married to a woman who used 100 colored pens to take notes. So I've got that going for me. I'm an accountant. My reports are very organized, but I have 3 drawers full of stuff I might need at some point. I'm straight up not having a good time. I work as an archivist. I'm in charge of organizing and storing our nation's historic documents. Can neither confirm nor deny whether folders and binders are involved. Work at a hedge fund with my desk covered in paper. Using cloud services like OneNote so I'm paper free. Still at high school, still doing that. But I already got admitted to university, and if my grades don't drop, I'll get an 80% discount scholarship. I'm CEO of my own startup. Deleted. Working my way through school as an engineering major. Had some fairly successful internships so far. I'm a CEO billionaire, thank you very much. Can I have 0.1% of your income today please? Graduated chemical engineer. Worked at NASA for a bit. Right now I'm an aerospace engineer. So I kinda cheated the system. I'd read through the entire textbook in a week or so. I never did homework, minimal effort on classwork, but always A's on test. They ended up isolating and supervising me during test. Come to find out I'm Asperger's as hell and I learn best this way. I own 2 businesses and provide a nice living for my family. Software developer, winning at life. I keep all my files on my desktop. When that gets full, I create a folder called old desktop and put everything in there, and start with a new desktop. When that gets full, I rinse and repeat. C. Users Digifuzz desktop old desktop old desktop old desktop porn. Checkmate. I bought a briefcase with those hard portfolio pockets, so that I can shove paper in it and keep it nice and smooth. Only failed out of college 4 times.